6 years ago, we bought this abandoned piece of land to find another way of living, and since then we have been building our base camp and infrastructure, helping native trees to reclaim the land, and baking bread and pizza for everyone in camp. And in this update we are gonna fix our clay oven with a friend who hasn't been around since season 1. Welcome to a new Project Kamp update. Back in season 1, we built this oven out of clay standing on a metal frame. We used about 300 handmade tiles, holding even more clay. Over the season, we have been using it more and more. We also improved our setup over the time, adding a nice table, tools, thermometers and a roof. At the moment, we bake around 10 loaves of bread twice a week. And we keep doing our Friday pizza nights. It is a social highlight of the week. We all come together and enjoy freshly made pizzas and calzones. It is our transition from the work to the weekend. Due to this heavy use, the high temperatures and the way it's built, the clay ends up suffering a bit. We already did some fixes in season 4. And during this season, it kind of falling apart. So we were looking at how to fix it. And by an amazing coincidence, Malte, the person that built it during season 1, was traveling through Portugal and got in touch with us. So we thought maybe he's up for fixing it. And luckily, he was up for it and he came.
Hi guys, this is Malte from Berlin. I built this pizza oven, back in the days. And I'm back at Project Kamp to have a look at the oven, which is in a pretty rough situation right now. We have quite some damage at the oven. A big problem with the oven is, initially we built it with the intention to move it again. So it was all built on this metal foundation here, on this frame. But metal, when you heat it up, it expands and contracts. Clay is not contracting. So the problem is, you can see here, there's quite a gap on this side here, and also on this side, and it's due to the contraction and expansion. The question is, what do we do about it? My idea is to basically clean off everything, remove the parts that are loose. We have some of the loose parts laying around here already. So I'm not sure, but I think we can maybe recycle some of the used parts and smash them into powder and mix them into the new clay. And then we'll basically try to fill in the gaps. Oh wow, there's some pretty big stones in there. Yeah, we have to soak it in water for some while. It's my way of doing holidays, you know. It's either hiking or pushing up wheelbarrows up a hill. With all the clay up here now, got my working clothes on. Found some professional stumping equipment. We want it powdered so it can soak in quickly, so we will stump it.
Safe?
Good. So I gave 20 stumps to Felipe. Just have to destroy the stuff here? Yes. What are you doing there?
We're trying to get nice, sifted, clean clay particles. The difference.
Oh yeah. Okay, we just added water to the clay, and now we need some sand. If you want to build with clay, you always have a sand fraction in there, and the clay itself, the clay particles, are holding the whole structure together. And with the sand, it's like there's a sand particle on sand particle, and the clay is in between those particles, holding everything together. And if you have the right balance in between sand and clay, there should be less cracks. Over here. Yeah, so if there's any plants growing in there, we don't want them. And if you look at a soil and it's wet and it's brownish, that's not a good sign. So you want a sand that is like really gray, yellowish, with really the minimum amount of organic material in there. Okay, I'm just going home for a moment to change. 2 parts of sand, 1 part of clay. It can always be a rule of thumb. It doesn't need to be very precise. You don't need to measure anything in weight. Or usually I take 1 shovel of clay, 2 shovels of sand. Simple as that. My God, it's so nice with the machine. Oh yeah. That's done. Yep. Come on, man. Okay. So the question is, if we fill the gaps here with clay, it will expand and push the clay, the whole structure further apart. Actually, it would make so much sense to put in something that is flexible. There's mineral wool, which would serve the purpose because it's insulating, it's flexible, and it will last for a long time, but you don't want it near your food.
Got any ideas for a natural expansion joint? It would be amazing. That's food safe. We want yummy safe pizza.
Yeah, exactly. What could that be?
As a temporary solution to protect our metal frame from expanding, we came up with the idea of adding metal screws to hold an armature of wired mesh that will create a space to hold our clay cover, which enables us to have a nice heat shield to protect the metal frame from expanding.
Okay.
First hole done.
Successful, yeah.
Only 7 more to go.
7 more to go. Okay, what do you think? Should be enough, no?
That's a good roll, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. Wait, make a little bit of an overlap.
It would be nice to have like metal shears, but this is what we got.
Yeah, we have an angle grinder. Sometimes you just want to do things with your hands. And now cut it into length and width and rolling it up now. And the idea is, okay, we have to get the clay in there and around it. This is how it's supposed to look like then. You see it?
These are self-tapping screws. Going in. Whoa. Okay, maybe.
There's full dedication there.
Yeah. Oh, there's the light. Do you have the glasses?
Oh yeah, I do have the glasses.
I would love the glasses right now, because this one is...
Yeah.
Oh, I felt stuff going in my eyeballs. Should we go till it bottoms out?
I'm holding the oven together here.
No, it's in now.
It's in? Okay,
Yeah.
great.
I'm gonna leave them as far as possible.
Yeah.
It works.
Whoa, what a game changer.
Oh, turn the light on. Oh, there we go. The only thing is the thing staying straight. Wow. Yeah.
Here we go.
It's kind of like making pizza, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, we got the wire pizza, and then we're making pizza dough over here.
Hello.
We're very optimistic about cooking pizza for tomorrow.
Oh yeah. It will happen for sure, 100%.
But otherwise Tommy's going to make some Middle Eastern dish. Pitas.
I think also we could leave it for a bit, and then like when we do this with the clay, we press it with the clay.
Oh yeah.
It stays in spot. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And that's
true.
kind of its final resting spot. Okay. Doing surgery on the pizza oven.
Oh.
Yeah, stabbed.
Stabbed.
Ugh.
It's fine.
Blood, sweat, and tears will go into this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It works.
Yeah,
It works.
Yeah.
I'm on there. It works. I don't see anything, but I just feel. I feel it. You know.
Yeah. It's
It's like when you work long enough with an oven,
yeah.
you know what it needs. Like we have the screws in here that's like holding up everything. And what I'm going to do is now I'll take the wire. I'll cut the mesh and wrap the wire around so that the mesh is really holding up the weight of the clay in the end.
We're mixing the fine batch of clay. Now this stuff in here is a bit too wet, we're thinking, even though it looks really dry. We want that so when we hit against the wood, it doesn't stick. And right now that's sticking, so it's kind of a sign it's a bit too wet. So we're gonna add a bit more clay and mix it together, make it slightly more dry so we can finish fixing the oven, make our heat shield.
Okay, so what I'm doing here right now is I started to build the side walls of the heat shield. We use this stick here to bind it together. Oh, slowly mold it into shape here, model.
Give it a good spray. Hydrate everything. I think we got a good chunk of it done. Hopefully let's see
Have a look.
if it stays in.
Whoa.
Whoa! This side I feel like is lacking compared to the other side now.
Oh, what a good job. Well done. On the outside of the oven we have those cracks, which is a very normal thing to appear on a pizza oven made from natural materials. You have to fix it from time to time, and in order to repair it you want the crack first clean, of course. So you take out the loose parts and then you try to make a V shape, and a little spatula is very useful for that. So you go in here and you free it up a little bit from the loose parts. Once you clean it, once you have the V shape, you clean it with a brush. Give it a little bit of moisture. You put in the new clay. Well. Once you did that, you can take your spatula and move it out of it. And if you want it like super smooth, you just take a piece of wood. So I fixed all the cracks here. That's how it looks like. I used the stone-free mix that we produced. It's much nicer to the hand. You can really rub it in. We're very happy with the results so far. So I will start to remove the burnt parts with this brush here. It's a metal brush, and as you can see, you can scrape off this ash here, the burnt pattern. Yeah.
You can see actually that's the old layer of the past fix for the color. You can take it back down to the original.
Also here in the chimney.
Close-ups are good. We got the cracks filled. This last little crack to fill up here. And we'll get the big second coat smothered on, smeared. We'll smear it.
Okay, we will grind up the edge of the chamotte stone here a little bit, so people can go smoother inside the oven with the pizza. Looks amazing. Okay, day 3, and you can see the clay is drying now, and there's some drying cracks here. It's because the clay is drying out, so it loses a little bit of the volume. And what you usually do, like in the drying phase, you just press it with your thumb. You press it a little bit onto the main material here, and as you can see, some of the clay is coming out. So this can happen because the old clay, you have to, in order to have a strong bond, it needs to be wet, and you have to really work it into the parent material here. I'm trying to walk myself along the crack here, just pressing it on, and hope that it will stay in place. Sealing off all the cracks in the oven. The transition here is super nice. The oven pipe here is sealed, so there's no more heat escaping. And I would say we're done with the oven so far.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So the clay part's over, and we're gonna finish off workspace by grinding off the door to have a nice flush fit. And we're gonna add to our maintenance that we're gonna, whenever we see a crack, to fix it earlier before we get one big piece coming off. So the long-term oven will be treated well.
Yeah, I hope the oven will last for some more years.
Yeah, a lot of
Nice
pizza to
job.
come. Yeah, that's nice. Matt,
Yeah.
good job.
When pizza night finally could be done again, we were all very excited. During the week, we get ingredients from our local farmers. While we eat plant-based during the week, on Fridays we use goat cheese from the region for some of our pizzas. We have an oven team that takes care of preparing everything needed for the pizzas. And then everyone can make their own pizza in the way they want to. Like Javi, that had developed his own technique over the years.
Yes.
Okay, so the idea of this technique is to spread the dough without caring much about the shape or the size. Only thing is about adding a lot of flour, then just turn it around, past holes, doesn't matter. Just go and keep spreading with the rolling pin. So then more flour, so it becomes super extended, and very thin, which is not possible to bake a pizza this way and to put it in the shovel. But the idea here now is to fold it. They had some Italian people in place, like Anselmo or Alessandro. Not much complaint. Alessandro would say this is not really pizza, he would have another Italian word for it. The way that it feels like ends in a nice, beautiful shape. Here. So some people will say this is kind of like croissant pizza. So you get like a little square bun. And from here, but it's already added a lot of dry flour. So then, let's just roll it again, this time making sure it stays a bit in the shape. While adding flour, going up and down, a bit more flour, and then keep rolling. Once we got this really set up, can start adding ingredients. Classical tomato, but you can do whatever you want. I guess the special part is how to work the dough. So I like tomato, cheese, a lot of cheese, mushrooms. I like simple pizzas. Tomato cheese, one ingredient, or two at the most. This is the moment of truth, huh? Okay.
Yes!
And now, let's see. Should burn a bit on the sides, but
Square pizza, legend.
And finally, pizzas are back. Now the bread, I think, is even more tasty and definitely easier to bake now. This is quite an important fix for us that would allow us to keep on baking for a few years more, hopefully. Remember, if you like what we do, you can support us in Patreon, subscribe in YouTube, and that's it for this update. Thanks for watching and see you next week.